So I finally finished binging Rugrats season 2 of the new Paramount Plus reboot on Paramount Plus. Like, I've been trying to watch a lot of these shows that drop all the episodes at once slowly because I don't like binging anymore. I feel like I don't really enjoy shows. So, like, if some of my reviews for these seasons of these streaming shows take a while, that's just because I'm trying to enjoy the show and not just toss out a fucking review as soon as possible. Because I want to enjoy shit. And I love Rugrats, and I want to see what this season was all about. Because when I saw the trailer for the season, um, and good on Paramount Plus for actually putting out a trailer for this season, because they did not put out a really good trailer for Transformers Earth Spark Season 2 or any of the new episodes of Big Nate or Camp Coral. I mean, they've had ads for them, but they're not like actual trailers promoting the release date. So I was actually aware and it could make out a video. But this one they did, and this season caught my eye because were introducing Dill, which is crazy to me that Dill got introduced after Kimmy. Because if you know anything about the Rugrats, like Dill was a big deal because he was introduced in the first movie. Kimmy wasn't ever a big deal. She didn't really ever matter to anything, and she's a fine character. She had a great role in the second Rugrats movie, but like after that, no one cared about that character. Her introduction in that movie wasn't even that big of a deal, to be honest. Dill changed the franchise forever, right? It was a very memorable movie because of Dill, to be honest. But and I know people talk trash about Dill as a character, but the only thing I find weird about Dill, this is my little rant about this character for a minute, is that character is a baby, just like the rest of the cast, but he's somehow dumber than the rest of the babies. Like, he just makes baby noises, but it's like, aren't they all babies? Like, it's just, I always find that weird. Anyways, I was excited to see how they introduced him in the season, and I'm surprised how they went about it because I thought, oh, there'll be a big episode, they'll do something about it. No, there was an episode at the end of it where the twist was that Dee Dee was having all kinds of bathroom problems or some kind of other problems, and then you find out, oh, she's pregnant, and then they'll just kind of pops in a few episodes later. It's a lot of them preparing for the baby and stuff. It didn't feel as impactful as the first Rugrats movie, which I was very shocked about. Would have been fun if they actually did another Rugrats movie on Paramount Plus to introduce Dill, and they could have done something different, but they didn't, and it just kind of felt all right. But for the most part, I really enjoyed this season. There was a lot of fun episodes, just like the first season of the show, and I like how much the show feels like classic Rugrats, while also being its own thing. I don't think this is like exactly like Rugrats. The new art style, I think, does lend itself to some cool moments of animation and things like that. I like the CGI. I like a lot of the humor. I think this is just a delightful show, and I'm really glad that the Rugrats is back for a new generation. I don't know what the demographic is of kids watching this versus adults, but I do think that it is really cool to finally have this show back on the air, and I think the two seasons they've given us so far are good, and I can't wait for more.